I know that a lot of people struggle with feeling like you're in a loop, like you keep living the same year and the same life over and over, and you have patterns that you can't break out of. And part of that is because you're not learning your lessons. A lot of people say that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions that you ask yourself. So if you want to have the best year ever, you need to ask yourself the best questions that you have ever asked yourself. And let me tell you, I have some incredible questions for you. So these are 7 questions that I actually got from my mentor, Stephen Lovegrove. He has his own YouTube channel. He is an incredible spiritual teacher and leader and mentor in that space. And he offered these 7 reflection prompts to his entire community, and he said that we could share them with our community, and that community, my community, is all of you. And so we are going to be journaling through 7 questions that I know and I trust will set you up for your best year that you've ever had. Now, I am recording this in January, but you can have a fresh start at any point. So whenever this video is finding you, just know that as you are taking the step, as you are answering these questions, as you are carving time out of your life to do some self-reflection, you are declaring to yourself and to the whole universe that you are going to have the best 12 months of your life. And I'm talking about across all areas. I'm talking physically, I'm talking materially, I'm talking mentally, spiritually, emotionally, in your relationships, in your career. However you think about this, all areas of your life will improve when you start asking yourself better questions. And so let's ask ourselves some really good questions today. So before we can get into the year ahead or the next 12 months, we have to actually rewind just a little bit and look at the past 12 months. And the first question that I want you to ask yourself is, what did you learn about yourself in these past 12 months? A year is a long time. And as we prepare for the year ahead, we want to make sure that we are actually taking with us everything that we gained from the year that just finished. I know that a lot of people struggle with feeling like you're in a loop, like you keep living the same year and the same life over and over, and you have patterns that you can't break out of. And part of that is because you're not learning your lessons. And so take a moment here and now to just journal through, what are the lessons that you learned, and specifically, what did you learn about who you are? What did you learn about yourself over the past 12 months? And the next question that we're going to go through from there is, what did you learn about God this year? Now, I know God can be a loaded word depending on your relationship with religion and where you're at in life and all those kinds of things. When I think about God, I personally think about an unconditionally loving presence that wants nothing but the best for you, and that is here to support you and help you, and that has designed and created you for a specific purpose. But that's my understanding of God. And if you're here watching this, whether you would consider yourself a religious person or a spiritual person or any of that, you have a relationship with God, just conceptually. And so take a moment to just define for yourself, what do I think about God? What does the word God bring up for me? And what did I learn about God as I define it? What did I learn about God over these past 12 months? You could also ask yourself, what did I learn about the universe? If that word resonates more with you. It doesn't actually matter what word you use here, but we want to get an essence of like, what are the deep principles that you feel like you got over these past 12 months? So just journal through that. See what comes up. And now we're getting into something even juicier. Now, if you have watched any of my content, especially my short form content here on YouTube, you know that I am a huge advocate for making peace with the past and for embracing and accepting yourself, especially when it comes to making mistakes. I don't believe that we should be holding our mistakes against ourselves. I don't believe we should be using our mistakes to beat ourselves up, but I actually really believe that our mistakes are here to help us learn and grow. My favorite way to process this is to actually think about a baby who's learning how to walk. When a baby's learning how to walk, they fall like 9 times out of 10, right? They can take one step, maybe two, and then they're back on the floor again. And that's because they're not strong enough to hold themselves up while they're walking. But in the process of picking themselves back up, they're actually building the strength required to be able to walk. So if they never fall, they're never able to walk. And so falling is required. Falling is how you build the strength, but it's not just the falling. You build the strength by getting back up. You build the strength by actually choosing and deciding, I'm going to try again. I'm going to keep going, even though I did this and I fell. And so with all of that in mind, I want you to think about one mistake that you made in this past year and ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience that I can take with me into the next 12 months? So just ask yourself that question, sit with it, reflect, see what comes up. And from this place, you should have a good understanding of like how you've shifted over the past year. Things you learned about yourself, things you learned about God, mistakes you made that actually edified you, built you up, and brought you forward. And so from here, the only thing left to ask yourself is, what is the truth that I learned this year that I want to make sure I carry into the next year? And that can be something big and profound. That can be something simple and tiny. It's not about like becoming a philosopher unless that is your jam. It's definitely my jam sometimes. But no matter what comes up for you, it's perfect. What is a truth that you learned over the past 12 months that you are going to take with you into the next 12 months? So just reflect on that. Whatever comes up is perfect. And now that you know what you want to take with you into the next year, what do you want to leave behind in the past? So mistakes are great. We learn from them. But we also learn about things that maybe we wouldn't do again. Maybe we are recognizing that we have patterns that we need to grow out of, or just cycles that we need to shift. So what are you leaving behind? Whether it's an internal pattern, whether it's behavior, whether it's a way of thinking about yourself or the world. Again, whatever comes up is perfect, but what are you leaving behind in the past that you're not going to carry forward into the next 12 months? So just reflect on that, see what comes up. And now it's time to start dreaming and visioning for the future. So given everything that happened over the past 12 months, what do you know that you want more of in the next 12 months? So we're thinking about increase, we're thinking about things that we want to expand, and this can be big and juicy and exciting, and let it feel big, let it take up space. This isn't the time to downplay or to shrink yourself. This is the time to be expansive. And so what do you know that you want more of in the upcoming 12 months of your life? And then last but not least, what are you most excited about for the next 12 months? And this can be something that you have on your calendar that you know is like already planned and scheduled. This can be something that's pending, but you know it's going to happen, like you know it in your heart, and you're just looking forward to the day that it manifests. Whatever direction your brain wants to go in is perfect. Trust that your mind is guiding you here. But what are you most excited about for the year to come? Okay, I hope you enjoyed your journaling. I think that these are some incredible questions. They are going to get you moving in the right direction for this next chapter of your life. And whether it is January and you are starting a new calendar year, or whether it is literally, March, July, whenever you do this is perfect. Know that I am rooting for you in all of your dreams and goals. And if you want to make sure that you have your best year yet, make sure that you're subscribed here. I create tons of content to help you become your future self, to assist you with your healing journey, and ultimately to just get you into alignment so that you can really be all you were created to be. I love you so much, and I'll see you again soon in another video. Take care.